Hello, scholars and parents. It's so good to see you. This week, students are going to be taking the iReady diagnostic test. So let's look at the iReady diagnostic test for your grade level. So in this little short presentation, this is what we will cover. Things to know, tips, what to expect. We'll have some introduction videos and then a let's remember section. So the first question is, why are we taking this iReady diagnostic? Well, our county purchased the diagnostic test to help us to determine what areas students have strengths and weaknesses in. It's important because it helps you and your teachers to understand what you already know and what you need to learn from last year or even before that. So make the best use of your learning time. Show what you know. Try your best so you can show what you've learned. Also, it will help you to assign online lessons. The results of your diagnostic decide what lessons you will get. If you try your best on the diagnostic lessons, they will match what you need to learn. How does this diagnostic work? Well, iReady is an adaptive test, and this means that the questions change based on your answers. So some questions will be hard, others will be easy, and then other questions will be just right for you. So why is this diagnostic really important for right now? Well, this past spring, you were learning from home. So this will help us to know what you learned while you were at home and what you still need to learn from this past year. So do your best on the diagnostic test so that we will know what you're ready to learn while you're at home. Please do not get any help from friends or adults in your home. Make sure you're in a nice, quiet space with no distractions and only test for about 45 minutes at a time. Then stand up, take a break, go get something to drink or eat, move around a little bit, and then come back to the test. If you want to finish it all in one day, that is fine, but make sure that you don't test for any longer than about 45 minutes because your brain needs a break. What should you do on this test? Well, remember the test is adaptive. You should try your best, but you know that you won't get all the questions that you know how to answer, that you don't know how to answer. So it's going to give you some questions that you don't know the answers to. So what should you do? Well, you just try your best. Don't rush, but don't spend too much time on any one question. And for math, make sure that you have a pencil and paper handy to work out the problems. What should you do? You will see questions you won't know how to answer because you haven't learned them yet. That's okay. Choose the best answer and move on. Just remember, you have some that are too hard, too easy, and then others that are just right for you. Once you log in, you will see this prompt. You will click Math for this test. Next, you will see a page that looks like this. It will say Math Diagnostic. You will click on the green button to start your diagnostic. And then it will have you to watch a video and then click on each button to watch a video about each one of the tools. You've done this several times before, so I'm sure you should be pros by now. But you must click on all of them before you can press start to start the test. Once you start or resume your diagnostic, you will see this question pop up on your screen. Are you working in your school building today? And you guys that are on Ash Online, you will select no because you are working from home and then click continue. Here are some helpful tips. Take your time and do not rush. Read each question and answer choice carefully. And if you get a question that you've not learned yet, it's fine. Try your best, okay? Like school, your teacher and family cannot help. For math, show your work on paper for every problem. And I'd love to see those papers during our Zoom time to show me how hard you worked on this test. For reading, you're going to read each passage carefully and then reread the passage as necessary. Make sure you check your work before going to the next question. You also have some audio support. So use the speaker icon wherever it appears, and then it will read it aloud to you. Once you're finished with your test, the iReady will develop a plan for you, and it creates a special report for you and your family. The report looks a little something like this. It will have your name and your grade, and then it will tell which area or strand and what grade level you have scored into for each of those strands. And then we'll develop a plan for what you need to work on for this school year. I'll send that to your parents electronically so that they can look over it through email or by another method, maybe through text or something. I'll work it out with them. So after you take your diagnostic, we will review that and we'll talk about your progress towards your growth goals and your strengths and areas of growth for how you did. Now, we are going to do some class incentives for this. So when the whole class finishes, I will have an incentive for you guys. We might even have a small little at-home party of sorts. I'll let you guys choose what you want to do. And then for individual incentives, you will be receiving points for completion of the diagnostic test that will go towards a new activity that we're going to start this week where that you'll be collecting points for rewards. So do your best and try to show how much you know. All right, so here's our reflections before we finish. Why is it important to try your best on the diagnostic? Just think about that. We want to show what you know, show the best of what you know. Do not stress about this test. There's no reason to stress. All it is just to tell me what you need to work on for this school year. And then think about the strategies before you start. Make sure you have pencil and paper ready and that you're in a quiet place and that you can test for about 45 minutes at a time and then take some breaks. And think about what you want to remember from this short little presentation. You might even want to write those down on a piece of paper. I will see all of you students in the Zoom this week, and I can't wait to see how you guys score on this, and we'll get started with learning a little bit more in math. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.